Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am here every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Y'all know what it is. What's up to everybody up top? What's up to everybody in the middle? And what's up to everybody down here around me? Now, today we have a very special guest. He goes by Brandon, a.k.a. B-Note, all right, from the Black Club Podcast. How you doing today, B-Note?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, my man. So, since the last time that we talked, how have you been? What you been up to?
Oh man, it's been crazy. I've been doing a lot of interviews since then. I've been getting booked like crazy. I'm just trying to get this platform going, get it taken, get it to taking off.
That's what's up. And help the people understand what your platform is, what it's called, and what it's about.
All righty, all right. It's called the Black Club Podcast. It's about basically everything Black culture. I just want to promote us in a different light, in a positive light, in a way that show that kind of gives us a voice.
Nice.
Whether it's art, music, any kind of entertainment, whatever Black owned brand or Black owned business that you have, I just want to promote it.
That's what's up. And why do you feel it's so important for us, as in the Melanin Kingdom, aka the culture? Why do you think
Uh-huh.
it's so important for us to have a platform to get out this type of information?
I think because I just think that with the way everything is in our community already, it's enough drama and chaos as it is. I think that to begin change, we need something positive. We need something to start from, a platform that we can begin, showing each other, educating each other, just listening to something that somebody might be going through.
Hmm.
And, you never know what it can help the next person with.
I know that's right. And you and I, we had this conversation before, and we talked about how to elevate and uplift, the culture, aka the kingdom, and how important that is. So that's why I pose that question, because I do know how important it is for myself through my own experiences when it comes to tapping in with the kingdom, tapping in with the culture, and making sure that they
Yes.
have an opportunity to embrace our platforms and getting their voice out. Um, how long have you had the Black Club podcast?
Well, actually, I started researching it and doing everything a little over a year ago.
Okay.
Before I even dropped the episode or any kind of content or anything, I did all my research about optimizing and just
Nice.
all the contents and the formats, the structures, and all of that. And so I launched June 19th of this year.
Nice.
So a little over a
Congratulations.
month now. I've been doing it.
Nice. Congratulations, my man. That's what's up. And
Thank you.
you're welcome. In your research, right? Because I do understand that it's very important for us to prepare ourselves for our journey. So, through your research, how valuable have you found the information and your efforts as they pertain to your preparation?
Oh man, it has helped tremendously. As far as knowing what to expect, knowing what's coming, it's helped a lot with that. Now, there's always going to be some things that come along that you don't really expect, but as far as just the patience to have with it and stuff like that, I was already prepared for it because normally people will jump out there and think once you turn the mic and camera on, everything will take off, but it don't work like that in reality.
No, it doesn't. And I'm laughing because I relate to you. Let me tell you, it is not just about turning on the microphone, turning on the camera, and talking to the world. A lot more goes into that. But what I have
Man,
found is through repetition, we
yeah.
definitely become masters at what we're doing. Do you feel the same way about that?
Oh yes. My first couple of interviews, I had no idea what I was doing. I was trying to look like the celebrities and wear my Bluetooth and didn't know about the audio and all of that. So it was a learning process. It
That's what's
was
up.
actually.
That's what's up. We are here with B Note today from the Black Club Podcast. We're going to pay some bills. We'll be right back. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. It takes a certain kind of man to run a farm and ranching business in California. It's not just a living, it's a way of life. And before you can be that man's banker, you'd better understand that way of life. That's why employees of Chase Bank, like Bill Heilebrandt, spend some of their time outside of the bank. They pull on their boots, roll up their sleeves, and find out firsthand what ranching is all about. So no matter what your business, get to know a banker who knows what the business is all about. A man like Bill Heilebrandt, a bank like Chase Bank, JP Morgan Chase, NA, member FDIC. Hey everybody, Tavares here.
Hey, what's up? This is your girl Rihanna.
And you are rocking with us at Living Your Truth with Tavares podcast. Hey Riri, what up? Shout out to you and ASAP. The family's looking beautiful. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am here with Brandon, a.k.a. B-Note, from the Black Club podcast, where I actually was a guest as well. So thank you for that. That was a great experience. When it comes to your podcast right now and your platform, what is some of the most fun things you've experienced so far?
Oh, just the people that I've met, the conversations that I've had, man, I couldn't imagine it being any better than that. I've learned along the way. I've interviewed, people like you that's giving me great advice and stuff like that. So that's been the best part for me is just the interaction and the networking.
Nice. Great answer. And I subscribe to that myself because I've had the honor to interview really cool people, really great people, impactful individuals. And let's be clear, I've interviewed people that I never thought would be on my show, Emmy award-winning TV hosts. So, when you come into this space, I would have to say that it truly is an honor to be in this space. And that's why I respect it so much. How do you feel about being in this space as it pertains to who you are and your development, like how you want to evolve in this space?
I think for me, it's helped me a lot, especially like once I started doing the research, I found out a lot about myself.
Nice.
And it made me want to change a lot that I was doing. And so for the platform, that's what made me want to take it to, the level that I'm trying to take it to, because I see that the change that it can be for people, just as far as the education part, just learning from each other and, just being able to tell your story. I think that's pretty big for a lot of people.
It is, and I support that. I subscribe to that, and I'm glad that you mentioned that because that's a very organic segue into my next question. You talk about what it does for you, what it does for people, and sharing our story. What do you think are some of the highlights when we share our story? Are like where do you feel the highlights are when we share our story?
I think it's in just the journey of what you did to get to where you are.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the most important thing, especially for me listening to it. Me being on this side of the mic, listening to it, it's just inspiring because that's what keeps me going. Listening to you and other guests that I've had tell your story and the journey that it took to get there. It was like, oh man, so it is possible.
Oh yeah, it's very. And I think one of the cool things is that we all do have a story. So that is, for me, that's like where the gems are, right? Like that's where all of if you're looking to acquire understanding, if you're looking to overcome fear, I believe it is on the other side of the tough thing that you have to do. So I love what you said about that. In this space of podcasting, in the world of podcasting, did you have any prior experience?
No. None at all. I just
Nice.
watched other podcasts and saw their little formats and how they did things and just, went with what I knew and pretty much just used my personality, until I finally got a feel of what I was doing.
Nice. I like your transparency. Thank you for your honesty because that is inspiring too. What you just said is very inspiring. You don't always have to know what you're going to do when you get into it. I believe one of the prerequisites to life or to getting what you want in life is simply wanting it. So
Right.
when we want it, we allow those frequencies and those opportunities to open up. We allow the flow to happen, right? We allow ourselves to be a part of it in our life's journey. Have you experienced the flow when being on air?
I don't think so yet.
Okay.
I don't think I've experienced it yet as far as the flow goes.
Uh-huh.
But I think I'm getting there.
There you go. I like that. I like that. You know, the one thing about the flow is it's when everything comes easy to you, right? It's almost like breathing. It's just second nature. So we're going to dig more into that. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. Today we got B Note from the Black Club Podcast. We'll be right back. Hey, come outside. Check out my new car I just got from Riverside Premier Motors. They hooked me up. Riverside Premier Motor has everything you're looking for in a vehicle. Dependability, gas saver, mid-size, full-size, SUVs, and luxuries. Bad credit, no credit, bankruptcies, no worries. Financing is available. Riverside Premier Motors is a pre-owned late model dealer that provides customers with a complete automotive experience, Carfax, and competitive prices. Riverside Premier Motors is dedicated to customer satisfaction. We're passionate about our cars, and we intend on sharing that passion with our customers. Come by today and check out our affordable inventory of dependable cars. Riverside Premier Motors is located in Riverside. From the 91 East, take the 215 North and exit La Cadena. Or call us 951-682-7770, 951-682-7770, or hit us up online, www.riversidepremiermotors.com. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I'm here with B Note from the Black Club Podcast, and we were just about to dig a little deeper into the flow. See, the flow is when everything that's coming your way, it's very organic, it's very easy. So that's why I asked you that question, and I loved your answer. You're not there, but you're getting there. And that's exactly where I was going with this. A part of the journey when it comes to us having our platforms for the culture, aka the kingdom, is that we're able to be relatable. Do you support that? Do you subscribe to that? And if so, how important is it to you to be relatable to the culture?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think to be relatable to the culture, I think that's where the fans or the subscribers, that's where they feel like they can actually listen to you and get something from you if they can relate to you. Because a lot of times, what I realized, especially with doing this, like certain topics that I do, they're not relatable, so they're not going to get as many views or the interaction with it. But the ones that are more up to date or trending, that's what everybody wants to see. So I feel like being relatable to my audience and stuff like that, just being transparent, letting them know who I really am, and not trying to be something that I'm not. I think that's very important.
Nicely said, my man. And you mentioned one of my other favorite words, transparency. I love that. And I feel that. When it comes to the podcast, when it comes to the audience, those that are listening, all of my supporters, transparency has really been my go-to because I feel like that's been the only way that I could evolve, right? By owning my story, right? Owning every part of my story, the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, all those things, so that
Right.
the kingdom, the culture can understand, right? They can connect because we all know as the culture and the kingdom, we've all experienced a lot of similarities in life. So when it comes to connecting, that is to me that space where we're able to retain our supporters and our supporters are able to learn from us. How important is it to you that your listeners learn something from you or your show?
That's what it's all about to me. As long as I'm doing something that provides value to my listeners, even if it's just 100 listeners, I feel like I've done something. I've accomplished something because I wanted to. That's what I want the platform to be. Something that we can learn from because we lacking in our community in a lot of areas. And so I want to fill that in, whether it's financial literacy, whether it's learning how to invest or just starting a business, just anything that's simple like that. Well, it might seem simple, but to some people it might not be. So
Man,
I want to make sure that, I'm providing value to the audience.
Brother, I love what you just said. That answer was fire, on point. And so let's talk about a little bit more of that. Let's talk about some of the things that are lacking in the community, right? And we can go back and forth with this. So,
Oh,
what do you feel some of the things are that are lacking
uh,
in your
it,
community currently?
it, education, like I said, financial literacy. I think it's just basically with us, we're lacking financially in every department. Even when when you look at the research and you look at the everything online, you will see that we don't own anything.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even know how to buy it for one.
Mm.
And so a lot of that has to do with us not taking the time to read. So I say if I take the time to do the research and put it in video, at least somebody might learn from just watching it. Because the attention span has gotten so short now that you really have to catch them at the beginning. If not, you lost them.
Yeah, that is so true. And you're right. Financial literacy, investments, how to buy.
Real estate, all of that.
You are spot on. You're spot on with that. I support that. I subscribe to that. I do believe that the culture, the kingdom can do more to become more financially literate. We can do
Yeah,
more to understand how to invest.
because we should be a self-sustaining community. You know what I mean? We have when you look at the buying power in the United States. Now we're number one in that category. We're the number one consumers.
Yep.
But when it comes to where we're buying it from, it's not coming from us. The money is not staying in our community. So if we figure out how to start keeping the money within the community should start to prosper. That's what I think.
Very nice. Man, we here with Bino from the Black Club, podcast, and he is dropping gems. I'm so grateful to be in this space with him. We're going to pay some bills. We'll be right back. Western Auto recently did a 40,000-mile road test that compared brands of steel belted radial tires on 3 identical cars. Firestone on one, Goodyear on another, and Western Auto tires on a third car. After 40,000 miles, the test showed no measurable difference in wear or condition. Remember that test when you need tires because there could be a measurable difference in price. Western Auto has the steel belted radials you want at a price you can afford. See Western Auto.
Yeah, this is your girl, Remy Martin from the Terror Squad.
And you're listening to Living Your Truth with Tavares. What's up, Remy? Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I'm here with B-Note from the Black Club podcast. I've been a guest on his podcast. It's fire. Y'all make sure to go over there and support that. We'll get his handles a little bit later on in the show. And so B-Note and I were just talking about the community and some of the things that are lacking in the community. And so he just mentioned financial literacy, investments, how to spend. And then he went into keeping the black dollar in the black community. And we know that is very difficult because, as B-No said, we are the number one consumer. So B-No, let's continue to unpack this. Why is it that we can't keep the black dollar in the black community?
I think it started with influence back in the day, and it just has kept going throughout the generations because we used to own our own stuff. We had our own theaters, our own bus lines, our own schools, everything. But once the desegregation happened, we it's hard to say. We wanted to be in a community that didn't want us to be in it, and to this day, we still want that.
Yeah,
man, I don't understand it. We have the resources and everything now to be able to do for ourselves. But
True.
It makes you wonder why we don't,
Why don't we? I'm going to go ahead and take a stab at that. And I think my opinion, my position on this is probably because it goes back to what you said earlier. Financial literacy. See, we rather spend what we have first and then invest last. When it should really be invest first, spend what's left over. And so that part, I believe, comes from years and hundreds of years of oppression. See, we were denied things for so long as a people, as a culture. So when we finally got the opportunity, the resources to get what we wanted to be seen instead of heard. So therefore, you got the clothing, the jewelry, the cars, the house. See, we started eyeballing everything that was nice and shiny because we understood that the nice and the shiny things got you attention, as well as they had you appear as if you had something, aka keeping up with the Joneses. How do you feel about that, Bino? Am I on point there?
Oh man, I agree. You know, back in the day, they called it peacocking.
Yep.
And that's how they would dress the slaves up into the best suits and put the little chains around their neck, you know, what that represented.
Yep.
And so the rest of them would want to be like them, you
Yep.
know, want what they have. And that's basically what celebrities are today.
Yep.
And that's how they use social media. But if we took the time out to actually look at reality and be like, maybe we should start doing this instead of this, then that would start building the community back to where it should be.
Come on. I like that. Come on. I feel like we about to go to church in here. That's what I feel like. I feel like we about to go to church up in here. But you on point though. It's so true. And I think, with your platform, my platform, it's absolutely within our power to bring this conversation to the forefront. How do you feel about bringing more of this conversation to the kingdom?
I think that's what we need. But the thing is, these type of conversations are not what's trending anymore, what's popular right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what I figured out doing this is the difference in the platforms.
Yep.
So Facebook and Instagram is more, to me, it's more about drama and chaos than the educational side of things. So
For sure.
TikTok and YouTube serves that side a little better to me.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem, because our community, like, if say I post something about some drama in the hip hop community, the Drake and Kendrick beat or whatever, something like that might get 1,000 engagement with it, but if I post something educational and say, hey, this is the new stock that you need to trend in or something, crickets. And that's the difference with our community. We got our priorities focused on the wrong things right now.
Oh man, you just said it, bro. Hey, we up in here with B-Note right now. This is Living Your Truth podcast. I am Tavares. We locked in. We gonna pay some bills, man. It's a good one today. We'll be right back.
What's up? It's your boy, Lil Jon.
And I'm Tavares from Living Your Truth with Tavares podcast. Thank you so much for locking in with me. Lil Jon, what's up? Cerritos Wheel and Custom is having their biggest parking lot sale ever. As a matter of fact, it's so big, it will cover 2 full days, this Friday and Saturday. Cerritos Wheel and Custom's Bellflower location has thousands of tires and wheels at unbelievable prices. And when they say unbelievable prices, they mean Centerline Hellcat 16x8 aluminum wheels for only $239.95 each, or Dynomax Performance exhaust for your car, van, or truck, only $19.99. The new GT 17x8 Mustang wheels for as low as $99.99 each. And with the purchase of any wheels and tires, receive 2 free laps at the Malibu Grand Prix. Good at their locations in Fountain Valley or Anaheim. Talk about bargains? You'll find them at Cerritos Wheel and Customs' huge parking lot sale this Friday and Saturday in Bellflower, 1 block north of the 91 freeway on Bellflower Boulevard. Remember, here's your chance to really clean up with fantastic buys for your car, van, or truck. It's the Cerritos Wheel and Customs big parking lot sale this Friday and Saturday at Cerritos Wheel and Custom on Bellflower Boulevard in Bellflower. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am here with B-Note from the Black Club podcast. He's dropping gym after gym after gym. He's lacing up our tennis shoes, getting us ready for it, all right? We hanging around like wallpaper, sticking at the edges, trying not to curl up at the edges. You dig what I'm saying? So let's keep it locked in. Yo, B-Note, when it comes to the culture, what is something that you have found yourself relating to the most since your childhood?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right?
Since my childhood, maybe the music.
Okay.
I guess
Okay.
that would be the only thing that has been consistent, except for, recently it's changed in the direction that they're going with the influence and everything over the community. But the generation I came up in, the music, it was inspiring. It told stories. You know what I'm saying? It gave you a feeling that you could be better, you could do better.
Okay.
Now the music is, I mean, you know what it is now.
Yep.
So I think for me, the music is what kept me going, you know, as far as since a kid. But nowadays, man, I still listen to the old school. I'm still on Lil Jon and T.I. and Tupac. And
Nice. You
Yeah.
know, I asked that question because, again, when I was on your show, we talked a little bit about artists, their influence, their platforms, and that sort of thing, and what they can do more of if they decided to do more of. And so I like that. And I'm with you on that. I like how you said the music before told a story, it inspired you. I completely subscribe to that. And the music today, my opinion or my position, it's less inspiring. It
Yeah.
tells less of the story that relates to myself. Now, I get that it probably tells a story that's more in line with the current generation. I get that. But even in today's music, I sense a lot of, let's be clear, aggression has always been a part of hip hop, right? It's always been there. But today, it's almost like aggression with a vibe of hopelessness. It's almost like they're not sure if they're ever going to come out of this. And so we're going to continue to glorify all the pain, all the drugs, all the killing. What's your position on this?
And you know what's crazy? The way those type of songs or music or whatever, it's always been there because, you know, even Pac and all them, they talked about drugs, but it was the way they told the story.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the way they're talking about them, they're mostly just using them. You know, it's like,
Yeah, right?
at least back in the day, they was telling you how to make money off of it. You know, it wasn't a good way to do it, but it wasn't just telling you to go take this and take that and use this and use that. And I think that's the problem. There's no direction in the music anymore.
Well, look,
It has no path that it's trying to go to. Like, it's not trying to elevate anymore. Back in the day, you know, everybody was trying to be better than the next one. So it was more about competition and elevating your game. Now, they just, as long as they make $1, they don't care.
wow, very well put. I agree 1,000%. And I believe that artists should be more of the mind when it comes to their art, right? Not so much because they need to appeal to the masses, but I would like to think because the people who are buying this, you know, the album and the CDs, they're helping these artists stay in business. So do you think or believe that artists, male and female, have some sort of obligation to their listeners to provide them more substance worthy music?
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. I mean, you wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for the audience. So why not provide them something that's going to be valuable to them, not just valuable to yourself? And I think that's the difference with the music today. They're just worried about providing. They putting out music that's for them, and I think back then the artists put out music for the audience.
Yep.
You know, they cared about what their audience thought, and that's what the storytelling was for, to give the audience a more vivid picture of what they're trying to present. Now everything is about the same thing. It's either money, drugs, women, or well, that's basically it. That's basically it. That's all they talk about. And,
That's
you
it.
don't really get to know anybody's story through their music. You might get to hear it in an interview or something like that, but when they're expressing themselves in their music, they're not telling us, you know, we're not learning nothing about them and their journey and stuff like that.
Well put, man. We got B Note in the building, man, from the Black Club Podcast. We're going to pay some bills. He's on fire. We'll be right back.
Fall into the Gap this week and dig up your favorite jeans at prices that will amaze you and please your wallet. Easy fit black denims, regularly $59, now just $43.95. Original boot cut destructive fade jeans on special this week for only $45.99. Standard fit stonewashed jeans are only $38.99. And if you're in a 60s mood, the premium low-rise jeans are just $49.99. This week only, buy any pair of jeans and get a faded Gap t-shirt for free. There's a Gap in the South Coast Plaza, so get with it and get it on at the Gap.
Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We've been here with B-Note from the Black Club Podcast. He's been dropping fire gems. Hey, yo, B-Note, let people know where to find you online, social medias, etc.
I'm on YouTube. That's at the Black Club 01. I'm on Facebook. That's at the Black Club. Social media, what else? TikTok, I'm on there. I'm everywhere. Snapchat, Twitter, and IG. I'm all over. You can look up the Black Club Podcast or B-Note, either one. You can find me there and follow me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So a moment ago, you were talking about, and thank you for that, my brother. You was talking about music, or we were talking about music, and of course the impact and the influence and what artists may or may not want to be a part of. I myself agree. We talked about this before. I think if more hip hop artists utilize their platforms to drive more, perhaps legislation into the House of Representatives or the Congress, I think that we could really create another Black caucus, and we could really do some things that are powerful for the culture, for the kingdom. What's your position on artists doing more, using their platforms to pretty much do what we're doing? Push the narrative of, financial literacy, how to invest, how to purchase. What's your position? Are you with that?
I'm 100% with that. I think with our community, music is our biggest influence. So if we use the music in the way that it was intended to be used, then our community would be a whole lot better, because that's who the younger generation is listening to, the middle generation or whatever. Everybody is listening to the music. So if a lot of the artists start putting more positivity into the music and just educating the audience through their music, it will start to help. We'll start, because the way everything is going right now, a lot of people don't even know who to vote for right now, and that's what's so crazy. It's just, I think the artists should use their platforms for for something different other than just sexualizing women and glorifying drugs.
Man, well put, my brother. I love your answer. And I love the last answer that you gave when you talked about nowadays it's hard to even get to know the artist through their music because the artists are making music for themselves and not for the masses. That was a gem, bruh. Like, you nailed it on that, because I look at that and I think about that often. It's like you listen to some of the records by some of the newer artists, and it's true. You don't really have an opportunity to get to know them, but you very much get to know their curricular activities. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's crazy, because here it is, you have a platform on Instagram, let's say 20 million, 30 million, and you're posting, and look, to each his own. I've partied back in my day. I have a different life before the life I'm in right now, so I get it. I'm not throwing shade at anybody for their extracurriculars. However, today, where pop culture is so impactful, you mentioned the presidential race, people not knowing who to vote for. With Kamala Harris being in the race now, I do believe that we have more of a stake, more of an opportunity to really turn this country on its head and put the first African American, Southeast Asian / Jamaican in the White House. So I do believe that we should be more of the mind to really bring this all together. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. Because, I think that right now, a lot of people let social media and like the news influence their decisions instead of going with the policies and, what I'm saying, actually studying the person, seeing what they're about.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times the media is biased too. I mean, we know how that
Oh,
goes.
yeah.
It's owned by certain people, so they're gonna put out what they want to put out. So you have to go do your own research and learn for yourself about each person, and that's what I did.
Nice. And look, I love that answer too because it's true. People have to get out, do their reading, do your research, and dig deeper. Like really dig in and understand who you want to vote for, understand their path to the White House, and understand what it means for us, the kingdom, us, the culture, if we were to put the first Black woman / Southeast Asian / Jamaican in the White House. That would really be a very powerful statement, not only to our country, but the countries around the world. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We've been here with B Note from the Black Club Podcast. Y'all make sure y'all support and subscribe. We will be right back. Take a moment to step into yourself. See yourself and validate yourself first. Take a moment to step into yourself with intention because you are worth the effort. Take a moment to recognize how important you are in this moment and that you have the power to change anything you can at any given time with your thoughts. Speak it into existence. See the visualization and see yourself in your vision. Believe it. We have to believe it, right? If we don't believe it for ourselves, we can't expect anyone else to believe it for us. And most importantly, above all else, feel it. Feel it in your spirit, feel it in your heart, feel it in your mind. Feel it because you know that it's coming, you know that it's true and that it's meant for you. So be intentional about who you are. Wake up every day excited about who you are because you are worth the effort. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We've been here with B Note all day today. He's been dropping gems. We've been talking about financial literacy, investments, the culture, and their impact, even on the current presidential race right now. So this has been a really, really good conversation. B Note, is there anything else you want the people to know? What's coming up? What can we expect from the Black Club Podcast? And what can we expect from B Note?
Well, right now I'm still doing my little interviews and stuff like that. I just want to keep that going and keep bringing the positivity. Hopefully people will catch on, and it'll take off at some point. Just keep bringing more value. For as far as me, I have that going. I also have other content that I do, for like TikTok and stuff like that that's outside of the show. But right now, I'm just busy trying to get this platform off, and hopefully, people will start to like what I'm trying to do. Absolutely. And I believe they will, and they already do. I'm going to be sending people your way. I'm always in a space where I want to help people get what they want in life. I've understood that about my journey, about my passion and my purpose. And so I'm happy on behalf of Living Your Truth with Tavares and the team over here. I'm very happy. We are very happy to help you get more of that because we understand your message. We support your message and your narrative. And we do get that there needs to be more done to spread the word, to push the narrative of financial literacy, investments, how to spend our money the right way. You know what I'm saying? How to make our money work for us. Look, I like labels too. That's the thing with our community. What's that? We don't make our money work for us. We work for money.
Hello.
That's why we so far behind.
Hello. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We are so concerned with look at me, look at what I'm wearing, look at my Celine, look at my Gucci, look at my Prada, look at my Versace. But here's the kicker. Do you own any stock in these labels? And I damn near guarantee if I were to ask 10 black people in a row, if they invested in Celine, Versace, they probably couldn't even tell me what the ticker was on the NASDAQ or the S&P 500, what to look for in order to invest. And that is what B Note is saying. See, we want to look good. We want to feel good. We want money in our actual pocket, but no money actually in the stock exchange that's working for us. See, we don't have enough IRA accounts going on in our community. And this is what Bino's talking about. Am I on the right path here, Bino?
Right on it.
Nice.
We don't have. I mean, it's like, and it's crazy because, back in the day, they used to say all the time, the white man holding us down and it's the system. Nowadays, it's not that anymore. It's us. We holding ourselves down.
Man. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why Bino is on the show. This is why Bino has the Black Club podcast, because he's willing to go there. He's willing to have the tough conversations, even if it makes other people uncomfortable. That's what we have to do more of in the Black community. We have to have those conversations. We got to be very honest, very transparent with ourselves. And we have to understand it's not so much of the other guy holding us down anymore, as much as it is about us holding ourselves back with beliefs, with our morals or the lack thereof, with how we present in public, with how we act in private, okay? There's a whole lot of things that the culture can do for the culture to better the culture. Bino, you have any shout outs before we get out of here?
No, not really. I just want to thank you for having me on the show.
Of course.
Everybody just, go support the show and support this brother and everything that he doing, because, man, you inspiring to me.
That's what's up, my man. And you inspired me. You see how that goes? That's what we call synergy, bruh. We call that synergy. Everything we do is energy, and energy is information. And this is why you and I connect, because we're on that same frequency. We understand the assignment, right? As Black kings, we understand the assignment. Bino, it has been a complete honor and a complete vibration having you on Living Your Truth with Tavares today. I would love for you to come back sometime in the future. Is that okay with you?
Anytime.
That's what's up. Everybody, Bino from the Black Club podcast. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We will be right back.
Yo, check it out. It's your Dirty Mo, a.k.a. Nelly.
And you're listening to Living Your Truth with Tavares podcast. Yo, Nelly, appreciate you.
If you have comments, questions, or concerns, or just want to say hello, you can email us at livingyourtruthpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to follow us online, we are at Living Your Truth Podcast on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for an amazing show. I want to send a shout out to my guest, Bino, and everybody out there listening in Dallas. What up? Thank you so much, Bino, for being on the show today. And what's up to everybody around the world who continues to show mad love and support to Living Your Truth with Tavares podcast. In the meantime, love yourself, love each other, and go for what you know. Peace.